KLTV7 is your election news leader. KLTV is letting you know what you need in order to make informed decisions. State Representative Matt Schaefer is not seeking re-election, and that's setting up a contest in House District 6.
It is. District 6 covers most of the population in Smith County, including those of you tonight in Tyler. The nominees vying for Schaefer's seat include Republican Daniel Alders and Democrat Cody Grace. KLTV7's Michael Richardson, he sat down with both candidates tonight to discuss why you should vote for them.
One's a commercial property manager, the other's an IT specialist. Both are vying to represent the 6th House District in Austin.
There needs to be some sort of democratic process.
After coming up short in 2022, Cody Grace says he has learned from his last campaign. The 41-year-old Tyler native says he is running to provide a choice for voters and to improve what he feels is a poor political dialogue for people like his daughter.
If somebody like Donald Trump can spout off all this rhetoric about hating Taylor Swift and people eating dogs and cats, we need better people in public office.
As the 89th legislative session approaches, the topic of artificial intelligence may reach the House floor. An August survey conducted by Bentley University and Gallup found that 13% of respondents feel artificial intelligence does more good than harm. Grace has worked in the tech field for 2 decades and feels there needs to be some restrictions on AI.
There has to be regulations on data brokers. There has to be regulations on the way data is captured and sold, because that is being used to train these AI models.
If elected, Grace says his biggest priorities are abortion access and public education.
I think this next legislative cycle is going to be about education.
He feels school vouchers would not benefit Texans, calling them unaccountable.
The idea of taking public funds, kind of skimming off the top and giving those to private institutions that are unaccountable, I think that's fundamentally wrong.
Right off Loop 49 is the corporate office of Drake Real Estate and Investments. It's the company 37-year-old Daniel Alders has worked for the past 7 years, now in commercial property management. Inside his office is a picture of him alongside Senator Ted Cruz, whom Alders previously worked for as his East Texas regional director.
This is command central for me.
A 7th-generation East Texan, his priorities if elected include securing the southern border, reforming property taxes, and empowering Texas parents. Unlike Grace, Alders supports school vouchers.
I don't think it's going to make a huge difference here in Smith County when this passes, but there ought to be freedom to choose what is best for each individual kid, and every parent ought to have that freedom. They ought to have that opportunity.
As November approaches, there has been discussion over housing affordability. Alders feels the government should not play much of a role in assisting first-time homebuyers, delving into one of his central governing philosophies if elected.
We don't also need so much government involvement and playing, I guess, between inflation and playing around with the dollar in such a fashion that you see values skyrocketing.
With both campaigns entering the final stretch, each candidate offers their closing argument.
I'm going to fight to bring money here. I'm going to fight to bring opportunity here. I'm going to fight to help our public education system. And I'm going to fight for everybody watching this broadcast.
Texans ought to be able to earn a living, ought to be able to raise a family, go to church, and do so with complete freedom.
Both nominees have 35 days left to make their case to voters. Michael Richardson, KLTV7 News.
The last day to register to vote in Texas is October 7th.
Early voting in this year's election includes the race for House District 6. That begins on October 21st.